Well, hello everybody and welcome to Chef's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to make a potato and onion crustless quiche, flavoured with a little bit of mixed herbs as well and some garlic. And this is a purely selfish recipe really, because I bought a new gadget and I wanted to try out the dicing mechanism on that gadget, so I thought I would dice some potatoes. But it's going to be a very, very tasty quiche anyway, and I'm going to cook the potatoes and the onions in the oven just to brown them off and soften them before I put them into the quiche mixture. So I start off by preheating my oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 160 Celsius with a fan, 350 Fahrenheit. And I've got a baking tray ready to take the onions, potatoes and mixed herbs. So I'll go on to the ingredients. And for this I have 9 medium eggs. And that would be large in the USA. And out of the shell, those eggs there weigh 460 grams. I have 120 grams, 4¼ ounces of grated cheddar cheese, but you can use another cheese, red Leicester if you want to, Gruyere, something like that, whatever you want. And then I need 227 grams, 8 ounces of diced potato, and I've diced mine into 8mm cubes basically. I have 200 grams, 7 ounces of diced onion as well, and I should say I actually have slightly more of both of those here, and that's because I'm going to use the excess for something else once they're cooked. I have 30 millilitres, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 grams, 2 teaspoons of dried mixed herbs, 2 cloves of garlic which I have minced finely, half a gram, 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, 3 grams, half a teaspoon of salt, and 45 millilitres, 3 tablespoons of double cream. And the first thing we need to do is to cook the potatoes and onions, because we want those to get some colour into them and to soften. And then we'll let them cool down a little bit before we use them. So I'm going to put them into a large bowl, and I have washed those potatoes to get rid of excess starch. Then I've drained them and patted them dry. So I put those into a bowl, put the onions in as well, and mix it around. And then I'll put the mixed herbs in, and you can use whatever herbs you want. Basically rosemary goes particularly well, and thyme. So I'll just mix those around like that, and then I'm going to pour in my olive oil. I'm going to mix those to get everything coated in that olive oil. That's good enough. So they can go onto the baking tray. So with that on a baking tray like that, spread it out. I'm just going to put that into the oven, and I'm going to cook it for about 30 minutes until the potatoes soften and they take on a bit of colour. Now I will check during that time and give them a little bit of a stir, just so that there's no sticking on the bottom, and turn them over a little bit. But once they've coloured nicely and they're soft or softened, I'll take them out of the oven and leave them to cool a little bit. Then I'll come back and we'll go on to the remainder of the recipe. So I've cooked my potatoes and onion, and I've taken out the amount that I need from as I said, I had more than I actually needed. So I've taken out about 430 grams worth. So that's cooling down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my eggs into a larger bowl. And I'm going to pour my cream into that, along with the garlic, the pepper and the salt. And I'm going to whisk those together, just briefly, get everything broken up and combined. And that's good enough. So then I'm going to put my cheese in. And I'm going to stir that through and get that mixed into the egg. And then I'm going to add in my potato and onion. And the potato and onion did soften nicely and took on a little bit of colour. And I'll stir those through as well. And that's all there is to it. So we just need to cook that. And to do that, I'm going to put it into a 9-inch pie dish, which is non-stick. Now, you could use a 9-inch non-stick frying pan or some other dish like that. And I've greased mine just to be on the safe side. I'm going to pour my mixture in. Just like that. And then I'm going to put that into the oven and I'm going to let it cook for about 25 minutes. It should colour nicely on the top and it should set reasonably firmly with a little wobble in the centre. And when it reaches that stage, I'll take it out of the oven and leave it in the tin for about 10 minutes. And the centre will then set from the residual heat that's in the eggs basically. And then I'll transfer it to a plate. And once it's cooled down a little bit, I'll come back and show you the results. I cooked the potato and onion crustless quiche for 25 minutes. And it rose up a little bit and coloured nicely on the top. It was just slightly wobbly in the centre after 25 minutes. So I took it out of the oven and I left it to cool for 10 minutes. Then I transferred it to a plate. So I'll show you what it looks like. And I've taken a slice out of it so you can see inside as well. So you can see that lovely soft potato there surrounded by the egg and the onion as well. And it smells wonderful with those herbs and the garlic. So I'll have a taste of the piece that I've cut out. That is very, very, very good indeed. The garlic comes through perfectly, so do the herbs. The potatoes are lovely and soft, but have that slight little bite to them. and I get the flavour of the onion as well, and of course the egg. So this is a very, very simple recipe. You could put more potato in if you wanted to, but I think the amount I put in, which was 227 grams, about 8 ounces, is just perfect for me. So that's going to be it for this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there'll be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link below the video as well, and I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.